Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to notice you viewing this video. I'm Dr. Lion Kakwan. I'm a lecturer in the university. I'm a researcher. I'm a mentor to so many. I'm a life coach. I manage relationship. I do a number of things on this channel. But all these stuff I do on this channel, you can cluster into four: sociology, research, relationship, and migration. Meanwhile, if this today is your first time of coming in contact with my channel, kindly subscribe to this channel. It means a lot. Kindly comment, like, and share as widely as possible. Tell others about the channel. I deliberately make as many videos as possible and consistently release all of this so that my subscribers and viewers can be the best they can be. Meanwhile, if you have subscribed to this channel previously, thank you for subscribing and thank you for staying tuned. Kindly comment, like, and share. Today, I have this video to share with you, and the title of this video is How to Write Winning Statement of Purpose. How to write a state, that means how to write a statement of purpose that will win what you are applying for. Statement of purpose is a very important component of your application for grants, for scholarship, for admission, sometimes for jobs. So you have reasons to write statement of purpose at different times. You need it for funding, scholarship, and a lot of other things. So and it reflects, what does it do? It reflects your personality. It gives you the opportunity to sell yourself, to market yourself, opportunity to tell people, the panel, why you are the best for the stuffs you are applying for. And you have to be very, very, very intentional and deliberate about it, because it should uncover your profile as the most suitable applicant. So statement of purpose is very key. So don't be casual about it. I've seen many people submit statement of purpose and it's as if they are bothering them to submit. And some even have generic statement of purpose to submit with little or no editing. I think this is very bad, because no two calls for application are entirely the same. So you have to customize your statement of purpose as uniquely as possible, as targeted, as relevant as possible to what you are applying for. So, and in this statement of purpose, we will expect to see your background. Where are you coming from? That makes you relevant, that makes you to be the best. Then we want to see your career goals, to be sure that your goal or your career goals align with the institution's goals. So there must be alignment. That means you have to study the call efficiently. You must digest the call. That means you also have to be thoughtful. Be thoughtful before you put your application together. Think broadly and specifically within yourself and align that with what you are applying for. Then want to see reasons for your application. Why are you applying? What is your intention? What is your interest? It's very important. I want to see your relevant achievement, your great achievement, your extracurricular activities that are very relevant. You do not need to create a section for extracurricular activity. Don't forget, you will have submitted your CV and other of your portfolios. So statement of purpose is just to give you an expressive, free space to demonstrate who you are. So your relevant achievement, your great career achievement and extracurricular achievement are very important. Don't forget, you must be honest. Don't be verbose. Don't oversell yourself. Don't overrate yourself. Don't hype yourself. Be realistic, but don't underrepresent yourself. You may be brief at least, yet be comprehensive. So you don't want to be so verbose, you don't want to exaggerate who you are and your capacity. You don't want to promise more than you can deliver, but you don't also want to promise less than you can deliver. So you must maintain a balance and you must say yourself very, but be honest and be factual, because there will be background check anyway. Before you are awarded, once you are shortlisted, there will be extensive background check. In background checks, the panel, once the panelists, the institutions, maybe the organization that want to give you the grants, organization that the schools that want to give you admission, or the organization that want to employ you or engage you for whatever, or that want to give you awards, we do background check. They will visit and confirm all your claims. And once you fail at level of background checks, you might be blacklisted, aside the fact that you will not be awarded. So you have to, yeah, there's no standard format, and you have to try as much as possible to research well and mention all you can do and all you have done. It's very important to also mention to you the fact that you must let them know what you are bringing to the table. If you are awarded, how will you be of value to the institution, to the organization, to the school, depending on what you are applying for. You must show also that you're not going to be a parasite or a liability, that you have something to give back. Don't forget, it's going to be a symbiotic relationship, in the sense that if you are awarded, if you are selected, they also believe that you will be a showpiece, a masterpiece that the organization can be proud of. So I think this is very important, and try as much as possible to obey and respect the word count of what you are, of the call. How many pages are you told to write? How many words are you told to write? Make sure you keep reading that, because keeping to instruction is also part of examination. Be deliberate, be thoughtful, reflect on what you are writing and why you are writing. And I have several drafts. Don't just carry the ones or pick the ones you have written before and submit for another one. It's likely not going to fit. So try to have drafts, start early. Don't submit on deadline. Submit earlier than deadline, because during the deadline the server may misbehave, the pressure may be on the server that you won't be able to submit. The server may crash. Usually I submit my things far in advance, because sometimes I'm so busy I might even forget. So now, not to forget, I try to do it as quickly as possible. I also don't want to join the rush to submit a day before deadline or on deadline, So I also, don't forget, you also need to have previous drafts. You may give a third party or second party to have second opinion, third opinion about it. So before you get your final draft submitted before deadline. So all this requires time, and revisions may have to be done. So try as much as possible to start early, have drafts, be customized, be thoughtful, reflect on what you are writing, what you are submitting, and don't be unnecessarily verbose, but don't be unnecessarily brief and underrepresent yourself. Follow the checklist, follow everything that you are required. So let me now try as much as possible to give you an idea of outlines you may have to follow. I'm sure, like I told you, there's likely going to be guidelines or style guide that will form the components of the application that organizations may tell you to follow. But usually, this outline I want to give you and what you are supposed to have in the outlines will guide you to align and to know what you are expected to write in the general outline. So, but don't forget what I told you. Your statement of purpose is an opportunity to market yourself, and it's a key component of your application. It gives you opportunity to say some other things you might not have included in your curriculum vitae or resume. So, or things you have put in your resume that you are given the opportunity to expand on, to put in textual form. That's it. So usually you will expect to have introduction, generally. But one thing I want to say about this is that many people write introduction as though they are writing history. No, the introduction to this your statement of purpose is to tell us what you intend to discuss in the body of your statement of purpose. It's like an appetizer to make us salivate, to make us want to say, wow, we must read this statement of purpose intentionally, that this candidate is likely to be the one we are looking for, to tell us specifically what you want to discuss, probably issues you want to discuss in a very intelligent way. So that's what introduction is supposed to be, and usually it's just one paragraph. Don't forget, like I said, statement of purpose will likely be maybe 1.5 pages or 2 pages maximum. So, and some may even give you a word count you should follow. So some don't want to use number of pages, because some will then use single line spacing, some may use 1.5 line spacing, some may use double line spacing. So it does not give standard. So most organizations may also use word count. So that's what should be in your introduction. Then maybe they call it introduction, maybe they call it background or introduction or background, but that's what should be there. Then there should be, that would be usually one paragraph. Then there should be another paragraph where you talk about your academic background and professional experience. This is very important. This is where you will talk about a number of your professional competencies, capacities, your academic background that puts you on stronger footing, or the strongest footing among other applicants. You should be able to detail this, but they must align. It's possible you have so many academic background or professional experiences, but you must choose the ones that are very much in alignment with what you are applying for. So this paragraph, second paragraph, will talk about academic background and professional experience. Depending on how much you have to report, it can be between one paragraph or 2 paragraphs. If you have so many things to talk about that are very relevant and very weighty, so you may have to use this. Then you may have another paragraph on why are you applying for the course, if it's admission you are looking for, why are you applying for the funding, if you are looking for fund or grants for your work, or why you are applying for the award, if you are applying for an award. So this is where you have to pay close attention to justify, strongly justify why you are applying. Is it that you can't afford the tuition? Is it that you are from poor countries? Is it that you are an orphan? Is it that you're just some social and academic or another reasons that will be in alignment to be able to convince the panelists that you indeed deserve the award. So why are you choosing the course? Why are you choosing the organization? Why are you applying for the funding? Why are you applying for the award? In strong terms. Write your statement of purpose in active terms, not in passive terms. Show confidence, show control, show command, show authority in this place in active form, that they will know you are indeed an authority. Then you may have to create another paragraph for relevant career goals. What are your career goals? In the short run, in the medium term, and in the long term. What are these career goals? Broken down in this way. And how do they align, these relevant career goals? How do they align with the core, with the focus of the institution or organization you are dealing with? And emphasize why, place emphasis on why the funding is very important to you. Lay emphasis on that. Why is the funding very important? Why is the funding very crucial? Why can't you do without the funding, without the award, without the admission, without the fellowship, without the occupation or profession or employment or job? Why can't you do without it? Why do you have to have this? How will this aid you? This can be another paragraph. Aside the paragraph on relevant career goals. This other one, an emphasis on the why are you choosing the school, why are you choosing the organization, why are you choosing the institution, why are you applying for the funding. This is very important. Then you then have a conclusion, a concluding paragraph, which will tell us the ability, how will you add value to the institution, how will you assist the institution or the organization to be the best, how will you be a masterpiece, how will you be a showpiece, what are the capacities, what are the abilities that you have to convince the committee that if you are selected, you will be an asset and not parasite. How will you give back? How will you be the best they have ever selected? And what do you have to give back? And how will you make a difference? So you just tie the whole argument you'll be marshalling. You tie all of the arguments together in a very coherent way, in a very convincing way. You have to be convincing. And this is very important. You have to be convincing. And if you follow this, highlights, if you follow all I've said in this, and you put some personal touches to it, I'm sure you're going to win that things you are applying for. I do sincerely wish you well. I want to hear your testimony, how this video has assisted you, and share the videos. I decided to make the video because I see this is giving a lot of people problems. So I want to hear your good news, and I wish you well. Until I see you in my next video, kindly subscribe to this channel and share as widely as possible. You will succeed.